Celia Bernard, Alfredo Orozco,
Here.
Martha Reyes, Joanne, Kimberly Liu,
Here.
Ruth
Viveros.
Riveros,
Here.
approval of the certificate of posting of January 6, 2014.
Give me a motion.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval of the minutes of December 2nd, 2013.
Give me a motion.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I guess now we go on to reports of officers, commissioners, and committees.
All right, thank you very much. We have a number of reports, and we'll go through them as quickly and thoroughly as possible. We have Helen Hernandez here that will be discussing the tree lighting ceremony. So Helen, would you like to give a brief update?
Good evening, everyone.
Excuse me.
Our tree lighting ceremony took place in the early beginning of December, and it kicked off all of our holiday events. We held the ceremony inside of the gymnasium over at Morgan Park, and we had some entertainment provided by our senior center Christmas carolers. We had a choir from Baldwin Park High School as well as Sierra Vista High School. They formed together a joint choir. We also had a performance from the Bright Star Academy dancers. So there was baby ballerinas performing to Christmas music.
That's cute.
It was a really fun, festive event. Santa Claus capped off the night and took pictures with lots of students and kids and talked to them. And then we also had some free beverages and refreshments for all of those in attendance outside. We gave away about 1,000 bowls of free pozole, sweetbread, as well as hot chocolate and coffee. It was a really nice event. It was a nice, cozy way to kick off our holiday season, and it led the charge for all the other Christmas events that followed that month. So we definitely see, Joanne, but we definitely miss having our commission there, and
It
we would
was
love
here,
to have
Mr.
you help
Orozco.
out and yes, as well, and to come out next year again and just enjoy the festivities. Our tree this year was, fortunately, we had the ability to bring it over to City Hall and share it with the community. So the tree is actually coming down today, tomorrow. But it was really nice to bring the tree over and start a new tradition here at City Hall. Questions?
Questions?
Do we need to go back up to the public communications, or do we do that after the reports now?
It's up to, we could do it right now. Since we
Okay.
have Magda here, let's open that up.
Okay, so anybody would like to speak?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I went back there because I was out for a couple. I felt like I wasn't welcome there. And I know about boot camp. I've been there for elderly people. I understand. Not let us.
Happy New Year too. Thank you very much.
Happy New Year. I guess we'll go back to our commissioners meeting. Officers.
Okay, very good. See no other interest for public communication, so we'll move on to the next one. We're gonna have time, Armando? Okay, we'll move on to Breakfast with Santa update, and April Nava will go ahead and give an update in regards to that. We're lucky enough to receive a donation of $2,500 from Allen Company, so we're able to bring this program back at least for 2013.
Good evening.
Our event was held on Saturday, December 7th from 8 to 11 at the Julia Center, and it was very well attended even though it rained for the second time this year, or second time for the past 2 years. And we did not anticipate such an overflow of people. I know Commissioner Watkins was there helping out in the morning, and we had our pancake breakfast inside the celebration hall, where we have a setup for about 150 people to 200. And we have volunteers from the high schools and staff members that are seating people as they come in. And we had a line for that. So it was very nice to see that there was so much participation. But we are going to make a few changes for next year. We had, since it was raining, we had planned for our line outside in our patio area, but we will be changing that so that way we could accommodate the photos inside the community center, which is right next door to this. So we are looking at those changes. With all the expenditures, we were able to still make a profit of a little over $1,000, and we had a number of ticket sales. We had about 730 people attend. So in ticket sales, we did about 1,800. But with all the expenses and generating from there, calculating from there, it was 1,097 that we generated in profit. But just to give you some information, the tickets for the adults were $3 for pancake breakfast of 2 pancakes, eggs, and sausage, and they also get their orange juice, coffee, or milk. And then it was $2 for kids, 12 and under. And they were able to do 2 arts and crafts for free, which was very nice. They all participated, and it was a good turnout. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, just one more time, as April mentioned, the event was well attended. We had so many people there. It was just great to see the crowds that showed up. This is definitely a program that's high on the priority list to bring back.
I agree.
We're going to continue to explore all options to find funding for this event because it was well received. We had way more people that we anticipated. If I'm not mistaken, we had to go to the store to pick up some more food because it was so well attended. We had been out of the game in a sense for 1 year, so a little bit of a learning curve. Our photographer had a few challenges, but for $3, I believe, he provided an 8x10 color photo, which was beautiful, and everything turned out very, very well. So we were pleased in general with the program.
Danny, I know this was a donation from Allen on a certain anniversary that they were celebrating.
50th anniversary.
Does
yes.
it look like something that they may be interested in?
Possibility. They showed some interest. So it is something that we're going to cultivate and see if they'll donate maybe the same amount, which was $2,500, or maybe a portion of it, and someone else could help co-sponsor it. But we're definitely looking forward to bringing this event back. Very well attended. Very, very well.
You guys had it running so well. You really didn't need any help.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
Very much. Next item is the Santa Claus program, and Monica Killen will go ahead and give an update. We had that event in December, and it was very well coordinated, and Monica has all the updated numbers.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
On December 10th at Walmart, we hosted our 16th annual Santa Claus event. I know Watkins was there.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so we had members of our commission here attend the event. This year, we had 370 kids that we selected. That was an increase of 35. Previously, we had 305 students that we had for a while been working with that were selected the previous year. But because this year we had an anticipation of some good donations early, that was from pre-K all the way up to high school. We also had a donation of toys this year from an organization called SOS Booking. They were actually referred to us by a former specialist who worked here in the Teen Center for a number of years, and through a friend of his that ran like a booking agency, was able to did a toy drive for that December and donated about 300 to our event, and that was for pre-K all. Very grateful for that donation as well. The only drawbacks was that it was very, very cold, and we actually had some parents dropping off some kids at 6 in the morning. When I arrived at Walmart, there was a car. They had been told by a school. Oh wow! And the idea when we met with the school. So some which informed the school they're going to be looking next year. But, there was parents. That was probably one of the drawbacks, that it was happened to be one of the weeks that it was the coldest of the whole year, and we had our event that day. But we were very happy when to open doors to us. Very gracious. The store's always very stocked. They always have enough check stands open. This year, they did for the purchase and offset the cost of tax. That took a little bit longer to process all the participant shoppers because they had to manually code in. We're going to work on it for next year, so that maybe there's just that more manually do it for each transaction. But that was really nice as well, because every year there's always an issue over, they don't take into account that there's taxes, and they get to 50, and then it turns out to be $54 but has been very generous. As far as volunteers, we had that once again had about 5 different volunteers. We're a little short-handed. Every year it's always a hit and a lot of volunteers. There will be short on volunteers. I know the school, they let us know how many they're going to bring, and I don't know if it was just warning that some of the might have signed up didn't come, but overall every child got through.
The only thing I have is if Walmart could check on their shoes and make sure that there's a lot of shoes, because that's where we were stuck, for the kids trying to find their shoe that fit. Okay?
There wasn't enough of a selection?
No, there wasn't.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the first that we've heard of that.
Yeah, Irma met me, and we both were, I was in there with one little girl for 20 minutes. I finally said, you got 5
They
minutes.
didn't have small sizes.
We got to move. Yeah, because they didn't have enough for them.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Everything else was absolutely awesome. I had 2 children, and I loved it.
Increase from 325 to 370?
335.
335 to 370 this year. So it was a nice jump, and we're going to try to maintain that as long as we generate funds. Our fundraising efforts and
Especially the little girls, they wanted boots.
Yes.
We couldn't find them.
Well, definitely for next year, we give them sizes for kids. So, it was kind of odd because our Thanksgiving was so close to our event, so
Yeah.
it might have been wiped out or something. But every transaction, I was kind of watching online, and a lot of them had shoes
Yeah.
and jackets. So definitely.
But so far, they had really good sales.
Yes, and they,
Jackets and,
10% discount.
Oh, yeah,
It
uh-huh.
took a little long at the register because staff was not as familiar with the process as we would have hoped. So, it took 5 minutes transaction. It seemed
Probably,
like
yeah.
maybe 5. Maybe it was just seemed like a long time to get that 10% disc. Well, so
Yeah.
Monica and all
yes,
the
it
other
was,
staff,
Thank
you
you.
guys worked hard.
school district, our partners, and everyone else that assisted. The next one, Armando Nava will give an update in regards to a food basket program. I think we have it down to a science.
Oh, yes.
Finally there, and Armando will go ahead and give an update.
Okay, once again, the event took place on December the 14th at the community center. We started there at 9 in the morning till we finished, I think, before even 11, which was our target goal. This year, we distributed 368 food baskets. And also, I'd like to thank all you commissioners, your family members, Cecilia, and anyone else who came, helped out on that day. The Key Club from Palm Park and Syrup. We had also other volunteers that came in that day. So we got also on that week we got a big donation from a distribution food warehouse here in Baldwin Park. We're going to be honoring some kids who were able to gather some donations, and also the school district who helped with the food basket 5 the 3 weeks. Majority all the schools from high school. I'd like to thank them. Also the organizations we partner with, Navidad and Barrio. I think, like I said, we have it down to a science. We're still going to make a few adjustments. Went from last year distributing 50 baskets every half hour to now we're doing 65 every 65 minutes. As you guys who have volunteered in the past, the first couple of cars are pretty, hectic, but once we get it going, started very fast. Like I said, thanks to the volunteers who staff were also helping. Thanks for.
It was a sight to be seen. It was I want to say within the first 30 to 60 minutes, we had serviced almost everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just faster than In-N-Out Burger. So,
It was.
just so fast.
And also what helped, besides the drive-through, is that the last half hour, it has walk-ins. Didn't have a vehicle, couldn't get a vehicle. I think there was only maybe a handful.
It wasn't that,
And
yeah.
also thanks to Irma and Terry Hawkins who distribute toys.
Thank you. I want to thank you too, Armando, for you and the staff for all the help that you gave us and the support that you gave us. Because I know it's not easy. I know it's very hard, but you did a very good job. So
And then also on a different note, thank you on shoes. Thanks a lot. We were
Okay.
able to, on that Monday, following Monday, we already had people already lining up.
I know.
We put the shoe flyer
in
in
the
the
bag.
box.
Uh-huh.
And I heard from a lot of people that got the flyer in there, and they were anxious to get there on the month,
We
the
were able
previous
to
one.
serve about 150 kids or adults too. That donation. We have a few left that we're getting repair. Shoe repairs for very reasonable, and we're gonna have a few more to give out. Maybe
We had 100 shoes, 150 shoes
150.
that were damaged zipper. Found a local vendor to repair them at a nominal fee. So I'm going to repair the shoes and pass them out one more time. But it was amazing to see people walking through the park, down the boulevard with a box of shoes.
They were also happy.
On Monday evening, Tuesday, Wednesday, as I'm leaving at 6:30 from work, I see people walking with boxes of shoes.
And they're still coming in on Thursday, and, you know.
I know. You should see the parents, some they went and pick up their kids at school, and they were all happy with their boots. They were wearing their boots, and they were all very happy.
So if help us out for the future for this contact, please. I mean, it's definitely a need.
Yeah.
Because boy, everyone wanted those boots.
I would like to get an appreciation certificate for them.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Any questions?
Excuse me, where did this event take place?
At the
Family?
at the community center.
Oh, okay.
We're taking all the applications at the Family Service Center, and then on December the 14th. Mr. Angel, it was, is it a,
It was Toy Drive, Baldwin Park High School.
oh, so you want a certificate to go to the high school?
Yeah, to the high school.
But Ken, is it possible to get the name of who donated
Right.
them, the vendor, just to thank them, so maybe we could develop a relationship?
Yeah.
So in the future, if they have
I could
extra
do that, but
shoes-
it was really from the students, the ones that did that toy drive. But I could get the name if you want me to. Okay?
that would be great.
Okay.
Because it opened our eyes
Oh, yeah.
in terms of shoes. Community wanted shoes.
And
They
the-
were
and
real happy,
The parents were really, really well behaved. It was kind of
I'm
like,
glad.
it was, when I showed up, it was like maybe 100 parents already there, so I was like, oh my God, we're going to have chaos here. They were well behaved and understood that the person had to be present, make sure they got the
That's what I gave you the job, Armando. I say, Family Center, take over.
It wouldn't be fair for so-and-so to show up and ask for 10 pairs.
Right.
Right.
I know. No, it's
Had to be
true.
there,
Exactly.
which was excellent, because we made sure it went to the person
Correct.
that was going to utilize the shoe.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah.
What you have in front of you, the 2014 calendar. So I just wanted everyone to save the dates. Add it to your calendars.
Oh, yeah.
So it's pretty much the same time of the year for all the events. I just wanted to bring it to the commission's attention of what we have going on. Our first event is going to take place on Friday, January 31st. And my memory serves me right, which is the Lunar New Year. And I believe it's the Year of the Horse. And it's going to be at E-Pace at the adult school. So that should be a very nice event. And then the remainder of the events follow. I just want to share that with you. Any questions, comments? Okay. If no questions or comments, I'll introduce Vanessa Carbajal, and she has the newest addition to our family, and she'll be introducing.
Everybody, I just want to introduce the new program specialist over at the Teen Center. This is Bustamante. I have a little short bio. Irma Bustamante is a public health student at Rio Hondo College in Whittier. She began working for the city early December as a Teen Center's program specialist. Irma is determined to bring in her own ideas and contributions to the center in the months that follow. With her experience working with young students, she is motivated to welcome more students to the center and implement more programs and activities. Before coming to Baldwin Park, Irma worked for the Mountain View School District in El Monte as an instructional assistant, and Irma currently resides in the city of El Monte with her family and works as a volunteer at Kaiser in Baldwin Park. So she has some great experience in the other city, the city of El Monte as well, their public health program. So she brings some new perspective and good fortune for the future.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to be working with
All right, welcome.
Welcome.
Back home.
questions in regards to our new teen center? Welcome. Moving on to the next item, which is the department reorganization. Just to bring to the commission's attention, there has been some changes within the city structure, and the department is no longer in charge of the city's facilities, nor the city's fleet. That has been returned back to the Department of Public Works. We had the pleasure of supervising all of those elements for the last 7 years. But there has been a change, so we are getting Maria Moreno back, bless you, on a full-time basis, as well as Mike Salas was serving as an acting role in Public Works at the maintenance yard, and they also made a change at the maintenance yard as well. So Mike will no longer be serving in the capacity of acting role at the maintenance yard. He's coming back to recreation. We have Mike Salas back 100%. We have Maria Moreno back 100%. So with that, we had to make some adjustments within our staffing assignments to accommodate both of these wonderful individuals. So I have a new responsibility organizational chart, and I'd just like to share that with the commission.
While you're passing those out in regards to facilities, so what does that mean exactly?
What it means is that we no longer have a role. We had the pleasure of overseeing those elements for 7 years, and we did an excellent job. To say the least, the department did a wonderful, wonderful job. But there's been a decision for it to go back to Public Works, so we have no role in the facilities, in painting, repairing, plumbing, electrical.
Okay.
The city, it's still going to be handled. It's going to be handled by a different person or a different department. I want to share that with the commission. We have always been very, very proud that we have a very untraditional recreation community services department, because we have always been very proud of supervising the city. It includes all police cars, motorcycles, public works trucks, all city vehicles, generators, etc., and facilities, which includes painting, plumbing, electrical, asbestos removal, repairs, locksmith, janitorial, all those items we oversee as well. So now that those responsibilities are being transferred to Public Works. It came from Public Works approximately 7 years ago. Enjoyed our tenure with it, but it was decided that it back. Mike Salas will be back in our department, as well as Maria, who never left, will be 100% within our department. So we look at the glass half full, and we'll have an opportunity to focus on community services, social service 100%, and create some new programs, find more money, and so we can make some more improvements out there and improve the quality of life for all the residents of Baldwin Park and the San Gabriel Valley, because I like to think that our facilities are truly used by not just our residents, but by the entire San Gabriel Valley. And that I'm always reminded when our pool is shut down for a reason. I get lectured by someone. They're informing me that they travel from San Dimas or Laverne or Walnut for our indoor pool, and why didn't we call them? Well, sometimes we don't find out just until we're going to open the pool, the chemical imbalance, or the heater is off, something's wrong with the heater, and so on. But we look forward to the new opportunities, focusing 100% in all the recreation community programs. That is that in regards to the organizational chart. Any questions, comments? Okay.
Thank you.
I would like to add, to let the commission know, at the next commission meeting, I would like to add Ms. Irma Garcia to the agenda so she could chat a little bit about the senior center. We had a resident today discuss or highlight some concerns I've been spending a lot of time at the senior center. I haven't come across any of those concerns, but Intervale, who is a third-party agency that provides the lunch via the LA County funds that we receive, they may have some restrictions in regards to the lunch programs, etc. But so Irma could elaborate a little bit more and maybe highlight some of the things going on at the senior center, and we will specifically listen to the tape and or the notes. But I know Ms. Torales mentioned Intervale has restrictions, elderly abuse at the senior center, can't bring own food in the senior center dining hall, and the other items in regards to the commission appointment that does not pertain to this commission. So I will direct Ms. Torales to talk to the interim city manager or interim title, Chief Taylor, manager of the executive team. I believe that's basically Chief Taylor.
Or to council.
Or to city council, or whoever chief appropriate. But in regards to the items that this commission and this staff we have control over, we will go ahead and address them. We take them very seriously. I see Ms. Torales at the facilities very often. I urge you and everyone else, don't wait once a month to voice your concerns. Let me know immediately, and you'll see results immediately. All right.
I forgot to bring the flyers. I was meeting with the artist and I ran over here, so I had to go before. Our new show opens today, so it's completely done and finalized and last piece up right now. So we're all set to go now. It's open, have flyers, so you can take a couple if you want, and then some for yourself and some for your friends and neighbors. This show is so colorful and amazing. Some really great work. It's called Mujeres. A lot of famous. There's actually a portrait of Dolores Huerta up there right now. There's tons of just work up there. It's really gorgeous, and there's several pieces that are centered around tacones, like high heels. It's a really neat show we have going on right now. There's a lot of people over there. The first day of wine class. It's our first day of ballet. The arc is really full. Like at this moment, so. Anytime, we're open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 8. Saturdays 10 to 2.
Thank you, Helen.
Thank you, Helen.
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll go to our commissioners.
All right.
Yeah, Mr. Orozco.
Anything to say?
Have nothing to say to us?
No? It's only Happy New Year, everybody.
New Year.
I just want to say that I went to several of the events, and it was really very well handled. People were, not controlled, but they were told where they needed to be, and we were worked very well. You guys are doing an awesome job. I want to thank you for all you do, and also to wish you a Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
As always, I'd like you to pass on to all the staff, not just the ones here, but the ones that report to the coordinators and supervisors, on thank them for a job well done. I know that November, December are hectic times, and they put in a lot of hours, and we appreciate all they do, and we see the hard work that they do, and being out in the community, we have the opportunity to hear, and there was a lot of positive vibe going on, within the city in regards to those people who attended, whether it was the Santa Claus Project, a lot on the food baskets. I mean, they were, we told them what they were going to be getting, but when they got it, they were just really, really excited with that. And then the boots, I think, were a hit, and that was like amazing. People were like, yeah, and just the excitement, to hear the excitement, and it's proud to be a part of a city that gives so much to their community. So send a thank you to everybody.
I will. Thank you very much.
There was an event earlier this month, December 10th, the out-of-state college fair, and I was really happy to be able to help out as part of one of the Baldwin Park and Sierra Vista High School kids. And I just thought everything went really well. Just the number of colleges that were there, like there were almost 50, and also the workshops. there are a lot of the representatives. They were able to talk like, in small groups, very one-on-one interaction with the people that were there, and I was able to to be part of one of the workshops, and I just thought that the fair overall, it was really well organized, and I think that the department did really well.
Glad to hear that.
In regards to the food basket, I was so moved to see that so many students in high school in Sierra Vista were excited and were asking me for copies of the application. I ended up, I think, distributing 25. I made announcements in every class, and they were just excited. The teachers were willing to pass out more. So, yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. We had 400 food baskets that we dispersed relatively quickly. Turned out very, very well. And one thing about the food basket program that Armando mentioned a little bit, we had a gentleman from the area, a friend of mine that I met several years back, and I planted the seed about donating, and kept on missing each other for whatever reason, but we finally got a hold of him the last few years, and he's donated for the Pride of the Valley Run several times, and this is the second year he donated for the food basket. This year, he was able to coordinate it throughout the year, and he gave us 6 pallets of food.
Nice.
For free. For free. He says his kids coordinated all the efforts. I believe he has 4 kids. They're in high school age, so he's requested for us to recognize them. So I have to talk to him about the details, maybe recognize them at a council meeting. But from what he tells me, his 4 kids would come in, and they would make the calls, call his dad's friends, vendors, etc. And the company name is D&D Produce. It's on Baldwin Park Boulevard, right adjacent to Kaiser. So I passed by it 100 times, and I've never noticed it, but now I notice it all the time. But he gave us 6 pallets
Wow.
of food. And
That's
those
awesome.
And I asked Armando, how much do you think it was? Because we used to spend a lot of money at the local markets buying these items. Armando said it was in the upwards of $5,000. So $5,000
Wow.
free, just by cultivating a relationship and asking and inquiring and planning. Maybe not instant gratification, but it came a few years later for six pallets of food. Last year he gave us 2. This year 6.
That's awesome.
Those just added to the food baskets that were already very heavy. You're looking at the food baskets probably weighing about 70 pounds.
Wow.
They were heavy. So whoever picked them up, they had a good back.
Yeah, the bag is very heavy. 75, 80 pounds.
Yeah, they were heavy. Yeah.
I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year's. Sorry that I was a little bit late. But I really want to thank each of you for the hard work. And, like Commissioner Bernal was saying, that we do give a lot here in the city. Everybody was saying about it, how they were getting their food baskets and then their toys and then shoes, so they really got a lot.
Oh, yes.
So it was amazing, and how everything works so good, so fast.
Thank you very much. And we got the shoes, and with all honesty, because Mrs. Durango gave me a call from her cell phone to my cell phone. Then all of a sudden we made magic, and we got more people.
It was really fast.
Oh.
I know, because they told me you have to come and get them today, right away. So I called Manny right away, and they got there in time and
Very
picked them up.
quickly, and it was because we're picking up all the food, all the canned goods from all the different schools. I told the staff, go to the high school, pick up shoes. And you had mentioned 500 shoes. I was 500 shoes. That's a lot of shoes. Okay, we'll see how many we actually get. And it was 500 pairs of shoes. That was fantastic. But collectively working together.
Yes.
Someone provides this. Someone provides this. Someone knows this person. Someone knows that person. And we created magic. So thank you very much.
We accomplished a lot that day. And it was amazing because I didn't know there were so many shoes. I thought there were about 50 or 100 shoes. And then when one of the teachers told me, no, Mrs. Tarango, you need a band because there are about 500 shoes. Oh, my God. So I called Manny right away. I told him he's going to have to come and pick them up for the family center.
So did the children The students brought shoes in, or?
Yeah, it was like a toy drive.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
shoe drive. That was part of like in between our classrooms, and it was really successful. I know some of the classrooms they were bringing like 300 pairs of shoes, 400 pairs of shoes, and the kids were bringing them every day, like many pairs.
But weren't a lot of them the same?
Yeah, they were the same, so I would have to
I would think it was
imagine
a company.
donate to the
One of
high
the
Oh, yeah,
teachers,
somebody was a donation.
one of the teachers, she was able to get
I'm gonna
like
get the
a
name
lot of
for
new
you.
pair of boots.
It was a lot of, I mean, the shoes, I live with a house full of women, so the shoe, I know shoes. They're very nice
They were
quality
very, yes.
Very,
and very trendy.
yes, they were.
Very nice.
It was really, everything worked out pretty good, you know, and everybody worked so hard, so, and what I like about it is that everybody was working like a team, you know, so you accomplish a lot more. Yeah, so I really want to thank each of you for working so hard, and I know it's not easy, but it's, you know, it's worth it. You know, it's worth it because see so many people so happy, receiving so many things. So thank you. Okay, if there's nothing else, no questions? Okay, so we're gonna close our meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second. Okay, meeting is closed.
Thank you, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.